So it's official. Deontay Wilder will defend his WBC World Heavyweight title against his mandatory challenger, Dominic Breazeale, in his next defense. Now, the question which a lot of people are asking straight away is whether or not this fight is going to be on pay-per-view. Because, of course, Deontay Wilder and his manager, Shelly Finkel, have been talking about 50-50 against Anthony Joshua. If this Wilder-Breazeale fight is not on pay-per-view, then you have to imagine he's going to get a fairly modest amount of money. In which case, how can he justify continuing to ask for 50-50 from AJ? And even if he does fight Breazeale on pay-per-view, how many buys is it going to do? Will it even turn a profit? Will it make a loss? Because, of course, when it's on pay-per-view, you're not getting a rights fee. You're getting all the money from buys. Will Deontay Wilder's fans actually support him, put money in his pocket, pay the, whatever it is, $74.99 to watch in HD against Dominic Breazeale? Because AJ, we know, makes upwards of $25 million for routine defenses. That's not even AJ in there against a big name. AJ against a routine voluntary challenger makes upwards of $25 million. Can Deontay Wilder make anywhere near that kind of money? If he can, then maybe he is well within his rights to be asking for 50-50 from AJ. But if he can't, maybe AJ's going to look around at him and say, you know what? You keep that WBC belt for now. And when you're ready to be sensible, come see me. That's assuming AJ gets past Jarrell Miller, because I do think Miller poses some kind of a threat. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Miller should be favorite or anything like that, but I think he poses some kind of a threat. If AJ comes through that and it's an entertaining fight, particularly, and AJ finishes it in spectacular fashion and it gets around in the United States and people are impressed, if that happens, then that puts AJ very much, it reaffirms him as the A-side again in the equation against Deontay Wilder. So let's see what happens here. As far as the actual match against Breazeale himself, Breazeale, as we all know, is a very big guy. He's actually, I think, an inch taller than Deontay Wilder. He's a very tough guy. He has been down in several fights. He was down against Amir Mansour. He was down against Anthony Joshua. He was down against Izu Ogono. And on all of those occasions, bar the Joshua fight, he got up to win. So he's very tenacious. You really have to hit this guy with some serious artillery to keep him on the ground. Amir Mansour couldn't do it. Izu Ogono couldn't do it. AJ managed to do it. I think it was the 7th round, if memory serves me correct. So he's a very tough guy, a lot of heart, very strong, very big, obviously, weighs a lot, but ridiculously slow. He has a decent chin, not an iron jaw, because as I say, he has been down several times, but he has pretty good powers of recovery. And yeah, decent chin, decent punch resistance, but can be stopped. And I guess that's what most people will be expecting, a Deontay Wilder stoppage. And that's another thing here. People are going to be looking at Deontay Wilder's performance against Breazeale and comparing it to AJ's performance against the same opponent, and also making a judgment call on that. It's not always a good gauge of how good a fighter is compared to another fighter, comparing their performances against a common opponent, particularly if the two fighters have got very different styles. And Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder do have very different styles. We also have to entertain the possibility that Dominic Breazeale might have improved since the AJ fight, although probably not, right? Dominic Breazeale, to me, looks as though he's the same guy who fought Anthony Joshua. He's not a technical guy, is he? So in what way would Dominic Breazeale have improved since the Joshua fight? Has he got faster? No. Does he have any more heart? No, because he had heart then. Has he improved I mean, I don't know how much Dominic Breazeale can improve, because he is ridiculously slow, very hittable. He plods on his feet. He just applies a lot of pressure. He has a lot of heart, and he hits hard. That's one thing I can say about Dominic Breazeale. He does have power. If he manages to catch you right, if he manages to pin you down, he'll unload on you. And you don't want to be in the way when Trouble, as he calls himself, is unloading. He managed to get Eric Molina out of there. Some of you may remember. He managed to get Israel Gono out there. And the Israel Gono fight, by the way, if any of you haven't seen it, is highly recommended. That's a thriller of a heavyweight scrap. That's a real old school heavyweight slugfest. So yeah, that's Dominic Breazeale. He has to be an underdog against Deontay Wilder. I'm imagining it's going to be something similar to Wilder against Duopa. Something similar to that. Because Duopa is not too different from Dominic Breazeale style-wise. In fact, I think Duopa is probably a bit lighter on his feet, a bit quicker across the ring than Dominic Breazeale, but I don't think Duopa hits quite as hard as Breazeale. I suspect anyway, could be wrong. Neither of those guys has ever punched me in the face, thankfully, but I suspect Breazeale's probably a bit more heavy-handed. So yeah, but that's the fight for you. Deontay Wilder's mandatory defense against Dominic Breazeale. We'll see what the outcome is, whether it's going to be on pay-per-view, whether it's going to be on regular Fox or regular Showtime. The kind of numbers it does, if it's on regular Showtime or pay-per-view, the kind of purse he's getting, because then we're going to know whether he is within his rights to be asking for 50-50 against AJ and how realistic that fight is after this. And of course, for those who want to, comparing the performances of Deontay Wilder against Breazeale to AJ against Breazeale. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How's this fight going to play out? How's it going to go down? Are any of you picking an upset? I can't imagine there are going to be too many, but there might be a couple. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.